Gentlemen, welcome to Mantelligence. I'm Beardy, and I'll be your tour guide today. And today, you get to learn from my mistakes. If there's one thing I can say about your 20s, it's quite frankly the best time to work on yourself and become a better man. Why? Because it's the first time in your life you're completely independent. Plus, you still have your youth, and your bones don't ache and creak yet. And people start to settle down in their late 20s, which means the more you grow in your younger years, the more impressive you'll be to women when you're ready to wind down. I'll admit it though, I ignored a lot of truly great advice from much older people when I was that age. And you'll do the same. But at least I wanted to try to steer you in the right direction with these 7 things I wish I knew on my 20s. Plus, at the end of the video, I'm going to share one very important thing you absolutely need to know about your 20s. Number 7. Diamonds in the rough. Every guy, even the Pope, knows at all times in every conceivable scenario what his bedpost notch count is. And most guys spend their 20s trying to push those numbers up before they hit 30 and turn into a wrinkly bag of flesh. And while yes, those completely emotionless one-night stands can be fun and exciting in the moment, I promise you, you will not remember them in 10 years. In fact, you'll probably look back at them and cringe because some of those meetings were ridiculously awkward and clumsy. But I can't deny it, you'll learn some of those habits women love if you're actually good at convincing them to sleep over with you. But the chances of finding the one on a Friday night at your favorite club are practically slim to none. So while you're in your 20s, keep in mind that you're not meant to start a relationship with every girl you meet. Sometimes it's just nice to have someone to spend an evening with, and it's completely normal to never speak to that person again. Some guys aren't about that life though, and that's completely normal too. The main thing you need to figure out in your 20s is what you want in a woman. But don't worry, a lot can change in a year if you take the steps to make that change. Number 6. Judging a book by its cover. It may seem cliche, but women are hyper aware of your appearance. They pick up on subtle cues that you may not even be conspicuously aware of. And if you're hyper aware or watch a lot of Mantelligence videos, you're probably picking up on a not so subtle cue that it's time for our sponsor section. And today's sponsor is Tiege Hanley, the folks who have our favorite skincare products on the market right now. One of the things I realized as I left my 20s is that my skin isn't as invincible as I once thought. I've got wrinkles all over my face that I could have avoided if I put a little extra care in the bathroom mirror every morning. If I had realized just how important it is to take care of my skin, I would have done it every single day. So learn from my mistakes and try Tiege Hanley while you can still postpone the cracking and wrinkling. Look, it's super simple. Every month, Tiege Hanley will deliver a range of skincare products right to your doorstep for a reasonable price, of course. If you have dry or oily skin, their skincare system will help keep your face moisturized and protected from the elements. If you've got acne, Tiege Hanley's acne system will help clear you up in no time. Because here's the thing, everyone judges a book by its cover. And if you click the link in the description or visit tiege.com/man20s, you can be the book that every woman wants to open up. Number 5. Orders up. Here's something you probably don't hear a lot. Your major in college probably won't determine what your career will be, so don't stress so much about it. You may have had a few jobs already, and you may have plenty more jobs as you get older. But if you've worked in a kitchen already, hats off to you. You've got a leg up on other guys because you know your way around the kitchen. Being able to competently prepare a few meals from scratch will save your ass more times than you'll be able to count. Cooking demonstrates that you think ahead, plan properly, and finish what you started. And there are absolutely 0 women on the planet who think these qualities are useless. So look up a recipe, stop by the grocery store on your way home from work, and make yourself some dinner. Face it, it's not going to taste good if it's your first dish, but you have to actually try if you want to improve. Eventually, you'll be confident enough to invite a woman over and cook for her, and hopefully add another notch in your bedpost if that's your thing. Number 4, a life well lived. A lot of guys in their 20s are afraid to commit to one girl because they think it means the end of their independence. And in most cases, it simply isn't true. Have you ever hung out with someone every single day for an extended period of time? It's the worst. People become annoying when you're constantly with them. In fact, you're pretty damn annoying yourself. Just ask your friends. So one thing you can keep in mind while you're dating around in your 20s is this. No matter the girl, your relationship is almost guaranteed to fail if you spend every waking moment with her or in contact with her. Think of it like this. Have you ever felt smothered by a girl you've once dated? Yeah, girls get that feeling too. So take this time of being single and find some hobbies that will occupy your time. Because when you finally do start dating a girl, those hobbies will give you two a much needed break from each other. That is, unless you met while practicing one of your hobbies. Then you'll have to find another skill to master. And that wouldn't be so bad, would it? I may be an old geezer to you youthful souls, but I'm telling you what I'm saying will help. So don't tune out just yet, because I still have 4 more truth bombs I need to drop. Plus the one universal truth you must always keep in mind when it comes to women. That is, if you want to have success and maintain your sanity. So stay tuned till the end of this video. Now for the last 3 things I really wish I learned in my 20s. Number 3, hangry. If you do your 20s the right way, you'll spend a lot of time thinking about the intricacies of human nature. You'll realize that everyone has different needs, different pasts, and different ideas of what it means to be a decent person. Recognizing that fact is possibly the single most important thing to understand if you want to be the best man you can be. And in dating, it'll help you keep level-headed when the girl you're with is angry. You'll realize that just because she's angry doesn't necessarily mean she's angry at you. I mean, yeah, she might actually get mad at you from time to time, but as long as you don't screw up all the time, she'll probably be angry near you, not at you. Now, to your casual observer, there really isn't much difference. You're still going to be taking it on the chin, but it's all in how you look at it. As long as you're there for her and show her that she's loved, you're doing the right thing. Hell, she might even be hangry and want something to eat. So get in the kitchen, to avoid her wrath, of course, and make her something that'll cheer her up. Number 2, hints. Oh God, there's hints. You know that friend of yours that's constantly complaining that he just doesn't understand women? No matter what he does, he just seems to be wrong. He never understands where he screwed up. He never knows what to get her for any occasion. Yeah, well, that friend is a moron, possibly even a nice guy. So don't be like him. Don't be the nice guy. That moronic nice guy friend of yours isn't picking up on the hints that girls are throwing his way. And if there's one thing I learned in my 20s, is that women drop a hell of a lot of hints. Some aren't even hints. They're just explicit instructions, but us guys are usually too dense to see them. So pick up on those hints. Check out those subconscious signs of attraction you're probably missing out on. But if you find those too hard to pick up on, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you want to know what a woman likes or is thinking in 2019, look at her Pinterest account. Yep, everything is right there. Pinterest is literally an instruction manual on understanding what women want. I wish it were around when I was your age. Number 1, the boudoir. I know, I swore this was a myth, like the Loch Ness Monster or possibly the aliens of Area 51, but it's not. It's true, and I wish I'd have known this a decade earlier. It would have saved me a ton of frustration. Here it is. Women will initiate sex. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true, and when they do, all you've got to do is be in the same room. As guys, we spend so much time chasing women that we miss the fact that playing a little hard to get can be a huge turn on for them. I mean, if a girl knows she doesn't have to put in any effort to get you, then why would she? It seems to go against everything we know as guys, but trust me, a little chase is like pouring gasoline on a fire. It really gets things moving. We've got plenty of body language tricks to make her chase you that will give you a helping hand. But in the meantime, just remember not to get too ahead of yourself whenever a new girl comes your way. Being too excited about it is the easiest way to turn her off. Ups and downs. As much fun as your 20s can be, it can also be a complete crap show from time to time. On the one hand, you have your independence to do whatever you want, whenever you want to, and have limitless potential to make something of yourself. On the other hand, your parents are getting older, you suddenly have to pay more in taxes, and you're gradually introduced to the harsh realities of everyday adult life. Life gets harder as you get older, but it is a simple fact that you need to understand sooner rather than later. But how you process these challenges and how you deal with them as they come about will determine how fulfilling your life is going to be. It's easy to become jaded by the curveballs life throws at you, which is why it is so important to never lose sight of your goals and dreams. They give you something to keep working towards. So remember, fellas, your 20s are a beautiful time to see what you're really made of. Best be sure you're made of the good stuff. So there you have it, the 7 things I wish I knew in my 20s about girls that I can pass on to you, dear viewer, and the one universal reminder we must abide to maintain our sanity. And don't forget to visit teej.com/man20s for all your skincare needs. Remember, girls pick up on a guy who takes care of himself. Thanks for watching.